So, dopamine increases. How to optimize your dopamine? How to feel good? So there's a few things to consider. There's like natural dopamine. There's things that like you do physically or mentally or just like, and then there's substances you can take, and then there's like excessive supplements. So things that spikes up dopamine really high, and then there is more mild things. Um, so as far as mild substances, there's l-theanine, which is like a calming sort of amino acid. Ginkgo biloba, which is like some sort of leaf that they use in China for cognition and like preventing Alzheimer's disease. Alpha GPC, which is like a form of choline that's like more bioavailable than normal choline that's like in eggs or whatever. But magnesium, uh, cordyceps. Magnesium is just like a mineral that like most people are deficient in, and they should have more, and so like that could be very helpful. Um, cordyceps increases dopamine a little bit. It also increases energy. Lion's mane, I like to take lion's mane at night, and it restores dopamine. Gotu kola, uh, another cognitive improver, like increases BDNF. And rosea, it's kind of an athletic performance enhancer also. So is also alpha GPC. It allows adenosine triphosphate to be produced more. Rosea, so it allows you to get more like oxygen into your muscles or whatever. But um, bacopa monnieri, another like neurotropic, very similar to like gotu kola or ginkgo biloba, cognitive enhancer. Lemon balm, more of a mild, more like GABA, more like calming down, but it does increase dopamine to some degree. And that's general with any like major antioxidant. Ashwagandha reduces stress, but it also has an effect on dopamine to some degree. CBD has a little effect on dopamine. I don't really um, know exactly how well it works or what else. I've never really had a noticeable improvement, but like it increases like the what is it? I don't remember what it is. I just shoot myself for my shitty memory and like constantly being chattered at by my stupid voices. So like if I pause, it's like, oh, can I remember it? No. Choline. You can get, it's like alpha GPC. There's different kinds, choline butyrate or whatever. You can just get it from eggs. Um, like and then in like an hour it boosts your dopamine. MCT oil, ketones, it increases ketones. So like if you're in ketosis and you're taking um, MCT oil, or I mean you're fasting, then you'll increase your ketones and you'll burn that as your primary fuel, and that will increase dopamine. Then also if you're in ketosis, well, anyways, creatine, um, which is like a muscle enhancer. It's a cognitive enhancer. If you're not eating enough meat, then you're likely to be deficient in it. That's pretty much the only source. Omega 3s, the primary most important fat that you're supposed to be getting in your brain. It makes up a large part of your well, brain matter, and it's one of the most important like longevity sort of cognitive enhancements. Like if you're deficient, it's like you should be eating like fish like 2-3 times a week or something like that. I take it, when I take it I mega dose it, which is like it could have freaking heavy metals in it, if I so I need to get higher quality, like what is it, cod liver oil is the best version of fish oil. Methylene blue, um, this is like a longevity drug or whatever. And l-tyrosine, that's like a precursor to dopamine. So like if you're not eating enough meat, then you could be deficient in l-tyrosine. Or if you're like fasting or whatever, then taking l-tyrosine during a fast can be useful for improving your mood. Resveratrol, generally, like it seems, I think the freaking neurotropics. I no, fuck. Shut the fuck up, stupid voices. Resveratrol, antioxidants, like the reduce oxidative stress, and that can improve dopamine production. Turmeric, turmeric protects your dopamine receptors. So like if you were to take it in conjunction with something else, and or like it could just be scrolling through the phone, it'll help you protect your dopamine receptors from getting destroyed more than necessary. Cinnamon, ginger, chamomile, and vitamin D, and that's like the main things that I've taken. And then there's the physical practices. So if you do physical exercise, no, wait, no. I'm gonna go to the extreme ones. So there's the extreme ones are like caffeine. If you like wait a week and then you go one day on, one day off, significant dopamine boost. Nicotine, ideally you're taking it every other day at least, like you wait a day, and it's 1 to 2 milligrams, and then it'll improve your dopamine pretty well, and it's also like a good cognitive. Both of these are good cognitive enhancers and neuroprotectants. Um, Much more extreme, marijuana. So like that can boost dopamine, though like it can have problems with like attention span, memory. So like in taking in moderate amounts and for a certain period of time, it could be useful. Uh, Kratom, single greatest, like not as high as moderate, like properly dosed marijuana. Marijuana is impossible to keep up with like on the daily, but like um, taking kratom, that mood, like creates wakefulness, makes like everything feel like really amazing. Like it's a really great medicinal substance temporarily. Like it problem, well, all these things, obviously these extreme ones, you take nicotine, you take caffeine, you take uh, marijuana, you take um, kratom, and these are like legal drugs, and or things like technically marijuana is not. Well, marijuana is illegal in most places, and but you can order it online anywhere you want. And then there's the most important, I think, is like kind of just the baseline. The baseline, I think, if you're going to choose to take like these sorts of substances for dopamine, the most important thing is to do exercises. So that can be running intensely or running for a long time. Um, Particularly, the most useful thing that isn't like I do yoga for like 3 hours. That's not the most useful thing, but I do yoga for like 3 hours. So that's like maybe not the best way to feel good and awake and increase dopamine. Though like it helps with like anger. If I'm pissed off and I do yoga for 20 minutes, I feel way better. But I do 500 with the 45 pounds. I don't know what equivalent if you were just starting out or whatever, but and then just do push-ups, and I find that doing that, or bench or squats or deadlifts or snatch, um, that increase doing it for high reps, and then as you like if you do 20 reps of a lower weight with the squats, it will increase your dopamine. But if you increase the weight and you can only do 15, or you increase it more and you can only do 10, it seems like there is some compensation, like there is some exertion that goes on. But that much for boosting my mood and increasing my dopamine. And yeah, and then just kind of just a general rule is like one basic thing is just deprive yourself. Like take a break from things. Sit around and stare at a wall or sit down. It's like one of the useful things about meditation is just like for whatever reason, whatever it does to your cognition or your awareness or whatever, just like depriving yourself from like reward and pleasure seeking, resets your dopamine, and yeah, just like, and then there's sauna. Yeah,